What's up? What's up? What's up? Man, we're gonna be talking about the critique when it comes to the black community. Is it the message or is it the messenger? As a people, do we not like that a certain group has a comment about us? Or is it the comment or is it the person who made the comment? Because in my personal opinion, I think a lot of the times it's just the person. Because obviously, most times it's coming from somebody outside of the community, and we always feel as if they can't speak on us. Everything should be in house, you know. And I'm not one of those people because the truth is just the truth. And the clip that I'm going to be, looking at today, if a couple of y'all are looking, this one is coming from Pearly Things. And she ended up being on, I think it was Fatty and Ali's show. I want to say the channel is Shut Up Fatty. You can go over there and check out the video, but I think it's also on Pearly Things page as well. But she had some comments about the black women and who some of the black women like to date. But she also said some of the white women like to date these type of individuals as well. But as you can see in this clip, that a lot of these women are just going to be triggered by what it says. So let's go ahead and check it out.
The
But
people in your
but in,
environment.
I mean, I've interviewed 1,000 people. A good chunk of them did, procreate and date men with felonies. That's not uncommon. So
Okay,
especially in the black community, if we're going to be honest, that's
well, yeah.
that's
Well,
something
and I
that's
was
not
going to say,
uncommon. So I don't know why you're pretending to not know what I'm talking about. You
well,
can
I don't think you know.
So now this is what started the whole fight. Now, it doesn't seem like I'm doing this to insult her or attack her. All I want her to do is be intellectually honest and be like, look, because let's say she doesn't know in her personal life black women that date criminals. Are we going to pretend we're not, like, you didn't see all these rappers with a billion baby mamas that black women love? Really? I mean, I don't really follow the rap scene, but like, we're not going to talk about, what is it? Pooh Shiesty, King Von. And I'm not saying, I'm sure
What the
white
fuck?
women dip in there too. That would be very exciting for a white woman. But
Exactly. But you see how she did point it out because white women are known to be dating these quote unquote rappers and whoever else that she's talking about as well. I mean, she's telling the truth, but at the same time, yes, a lot of black women, they like these gangsters, they like hood guys, they like guys who cause a lot of trouble, they like toxic dudes, these same guys that they swear that they like those kind of guys. They like toxicity, they like trouble, they like mayhem, they like a little bit of excitement when it comes to relationships. And they just got to be honest about that. And that's what she's trying to get through to them is that look, the majority, not a lot of black women like these types of individuals, but she also said that a lot of white women like these type of individuals as well. And we know the type of women that she's talking about because a lot of these white women are the ones that's running around her acting like the black chicks. They neck snapping, they popping, they like what and all of this bullshit. They doing the same stuff. So like, let's be honest.
let's not pretend that's not more common in the black community than the white. It just is. Good old Jazz. That's her whole MO. She does this on every show she's on. Pearl, what's wrong with the blacks? And I just don't like dishonesty.
What
You
you're
can
talking
gaslight
about.
these simps, but you can't gaslight me,
I
Chico.
don't know what you're talking about. I don't think you know anything about the black community, but I will say.
Now look, half this panel thinks this is funny.
About the white community, it's a lot of white women that find men who kill other women attractive. Those are the women that were
true, but I won't gaslight you about it. I won't gaslight that. And so that's the thing.
You see? She said, I won't gas. It's true. I won't gaslight you about it. But like I'm asking, is it the message or is it the messenger? Because the person who is coming from, obviously, they got a problem with it. Obviously, they don't like that it is a white woman that is pointing these things out about our women.
She says stuff about white women and white people. We can handle this. I say, they'll say, but Pearl, let's talk about white issues. We can. I talk about conservative Christians all the time that I would say are primarily white. all the time.
What are you
But
what are you talking about, JD 100? What are you talking about? You say, why are you gonna say white women? Why do you say racist? What are you talking about? You gotta word your sentences properly, son. I don't know what you mean. Be more concise. Present a better statement, son. Question, I mean.
you know, I actually think I'm nicer to black people because I'm honest. All these other white people will lie, but they're thinking the same thing. They see the crackheads on the street. I mean, and I are there white crackheads? Yeah, but let's be real about the majority here. I would say that's true. That's
I
true.
can't hear you
There
when I'm
are white
talking.
women that do
I
that.
can't hear you
Yeah,
when I'm talking.
completely.
Hold on, real quick. Hey, hold on.
I
I'm gonna
won't
say it
gaslight
again. Hold on, real quick, Pearl.
I
Hold
can't
on.
hear you while
Jazz,
I'm
Jazz,
talking.
you can't.
I
Jazz,
don't even know why she even brought up
Jazz,
the black
you can't
community.
say that. You can't say that.
Now, mind you, he's not offended here. He only gets offended when the women start nagging him. You're gonna see he's not offended in the beginning. He's chill.
Until she lands. Like I want you to like right now. We got
Explain, JD.
personalities on the panel. Please let the person finish and then respond. You can't say the person interrupted you, and while you talking over me while I'm talking, if you already interrupted the person, let her finish. You the first person that can respond to her, Jazz. You the very first person. Just let her land.
I did let her land.
No, you didn't let her land, Jazz.
Okay.
It's fine. Let's start now.
Okay, well, you asked me why I brought it up, the black community, because you're black, so you would know. Because like I don't.
That is reasonable.
The whole panel's laughing. Look, I mean, it's a fair assumption. Look, I think that if people assumed I came from a rich white background or a wealthy, a middle upper class, they would be right. If is it fair to assume that black people know black people and that they see black culture?
What's my nationality? My nationality. I'm an American, sir. But I am also a black American. JD says, I'm coming on the girl to the left talking about racial, saying majority of white women or Christians come in different colors, white, black, and Asian. It's a free country. Of course, it is a free country. I'm not saying that she's wrong. I'm not saying that she can't have an opinion, Andy. I'm not saying that at all. That that's not the point of this post. I mean, this video. The point of this video is the question is it the messenger or is it the message? Because when it comes to black people, it seems as if when the truth is just the truth, if it comes from a white person or somebody who we call a quote unquote coon, we always have a problem or an issue with it. But when it comes from just somebody in the black community, it's easy to take. It's like, it's like the medicine that's candy. It's like the Fred Flintstones candy. Yeah, I can eat those. Those taste good. But if it's the nasty type of medicine that's hard to swallow, that's the white people and those are the coons. Like I don't want to take that. You say America is a continent and black is an adjective. Black is it is a social construct, but you know what I mean when I say I'm black. You know what I mean when I'm saying that.
On TV and in the media. I mean, I think that's a fair assumption. I really do. It's like the same reason you brought up the white community.
I'm not African American, sir. Carpe diem, I am not African American. I am not African. Here you go again. The same dude who came on here the other day and said he wasn't gonna subscribe. He don't like my show. He don't care nothing about what I got going on. He's back again. Don't think I forgot who you were, sir. I am not African American. I'm a black American. Elon is an African American. Really, he's not even an African American. He's an Afrikaner American. So let's get that right. And I don't hate black people. So you're wrong right there, sir. You're wrong. I do not hate black people. You're just one of those black people who can't stand the truth. You're just one of those black people, no matter who it comes from, you don't want to hear it. You don't want to take responsibility. You don't want to accept the things and the problems that we have that's dealing with us. You just want to cover it up and gloss over it and always act like everybody is making it up. You're that type of black person. I'm not like that. The truth is just the truth, sir.
I'm white. Yeah, and she did the same thing.
I didn't
have
bring- I didn't-
eyes, you know.
If you're done, first of all, that's very disrespectful.
It's very
I didn't-
disrespectful.
This was
Now, mind you, these two start crashing out. And instead, this is how monsters are made. Because he could option A, check these two.
Don't come over here starting stuff, Carpe Diem. Yeah, don't come over here starting stuff talking about I'm triggered quickly. Don't come over here starting stuff. Just watch the video. Just watch the video. I see where you're going with this. I already see. Okay, I see you're going to be a troublemaker on this side. Okay, I got you. All right. Okay, that's fine. That's fine.
But he won't. They won't. And it's no Ilkin, or I think that's how I say your name. And it's no disrespect for you, but I'm just getting tired of men doing this. Like, be a man. And I hate having to be a woman to say that. It's so out of order. But it's just, it's kind of like the dad that always rewards the bratty sisters. It's exhausting.
Sir, black goes to America, sir. Black doesn't go to Africa. Black doesn't go to Jamaica. None of these other places that say black. No, those are just Jamaicans. Those are just Africans or whatever tribe they're from. Black people in America are solely Americans. Respectfully. I can't stand safe people. I can't stand safe with people because it's not a problem to me. My best friend is black. My ex-girlfriend was Japanese. If you're going to start chimping out, I'm out of here. What are you talking about, chimping out? Y'all kill me. First of all, this is my show. I can do whatever I want to do. And if you want to be out, then just be out. You don't got to wait for me to, as you say, chimp out. Just dip, bro. Sometimes when y'all come over here, y'all need to actually find out what somebody is talking about, where they're going, instead of just all of a sudden making an assumption that I'm black and you want to be funny and make some type of joke, or you want to start trolling. You might want to do that first. America is a continent, not a nationality. Well, what's my nationality then, sir? You tell me, since you know everything. And don't tell me I'm African. I'm not African, bro. I have African blood in me. It is part of my lineage, but I'm not African. I'm too far removed from Africa to be African. Just like white people don't typically say, oh, I'm a German or whatever. Some of them say that, but all of them don't claim that. World view. What is your problem? Look, I'm finna get back to my video. We ain't finna get into this. Oh, you're black. No, you're not really black. You're African and you're really African American, and stop saying that you're black. I ain't finna get into that with some of y'all. Well, what do you want me to be? What is my nationality? What is the point that you're trying to get at, worldview? Jesus. You're trying to make some type of point. Like, give me a break. Dang.
It's exhausting. You just think, could you punish the one that did the wrong thing?
No, it's not.
I mean,
about-
Yes, it is.
No,
he was begging me to come on the show.
No, you didn't offend me, JD.
Hey, friends, we don't need ad libs. Jess can handle it.
It's just
Let her handle it.
that's how I'm animated
Go
like
ahead.
that.
Go ahead.
So like I said,
again,
we
we're
were talking about,
offended. Next.
Go ahead, Jess. Let
No,
Jess
no,
finish,
no,
please.
no.
Let's go ahead, Jess.
I will. Yeah, go ahead.
Just
So, like
no.
I said, we were speaking about relationships in general. Nobody said anything about black or white until you brought it up, and for what reason I don't know.
That's true.
It
You're
didn't add
black.
anything to the conversation.
It did.
First of all, you're speaking on the nature of women and how we are all naturally attracted to men who are criminals, and then you made a
Black
point to
women in
say,
particular. Yeah.
excuse me, no, that is not the case at all for black women. Now, if you're talking about people that are in poverty, people that live in certain situations and are
60%. Now, again, it's going to completely derail the conversation because she's going to keep saying, why do you keep talking about black people? It's just like, it's again, this is tone policing. Black men have been
Excuse me.
arrested by the
Can you
ACLU.
stop cutting her off? while
Hey,
she's
one sec,
talking?
one sec. Hey, friend,
Hold on.
one
She's cutting
second,
me
one
off,
second.
Eileen.
I got you.
She's
I got
cutting
you.
me off, Eileen.
I got you, Jazz. You don't have to ask. I got you.
Sorry.
You are right.
Crash it
Bro,
out.
bro, just,
My bad.
it's fine. Just make some notes, Pearl. Let her
That was
finish and then you
very
got it.
bad.
Go ahead, Jazz.
My bad. That's my fault.
It's fine. It's fine. Go ahead, Jazz. Uninterrupted.
It's just weird that you would even have to bring up a race of people to even have the conversation, which lets me know that you don't really have information on the conversation. You're just spewing points to try to get a rise out of people because that's all you know. As it pertains to why women choose the women they want or the kind of men that they date, there are so many different reasons for that. You can't equate a person that has a felony to them being a violent criminal. That's not always the case, because I agree there are some people that marry men and women that have felonies in their background. That doesn't necessarily mean that they are violent. And then to say that black women are the most prone to violent criminals.
Steal their viewers, guys. Get in their chat. Say, get Pearl back.
Within our community, you don't know shit about our community, Pearl. And if we're going to talk about,
And she says, I don't know shit about the community. Well, maybe I don't know as much as you, but again, I lived in a pretty black area for like 2 years. I mean,
Now, when she said that, I died. I ain't gonna lie. When she said that, I died. I was like, Pearl, I was agreeing with some of the stuff you were saying up until that point. Like, you said, oh yeah, I lived in a predominantly black area for like 2 years. I thought she was gonna say like my whole childhood or like 15 years. She said like 2 years. I'm thinking that like 2 years, that ain't shit, bro. That don't even count.
I know something. You know, I've been in entertainment for 5. It's a good, I mean,
what's happening, if we're going to make it about a race thing, let's figure out what's going on in these white communities, in these white homes, when you all are raising all the mass shooters, y'all raising kids that are taking guns to shoot at other kids, y'all going into public spaces.
Appreciate
and
it,
I'm sure
Carpe
you're going to
Diem.
talk about black on black crime or whatever, but we can debunk all of that because that's through proximity. The point is that you didn't have to make it about black or white. Keep it general, because it's very disrespectful for you to try to pigeonhole black women when you don't know any of us at all, to make that assumption that that's what we are prone to. None of these women on this stage, myself, Tyranny, or even Athena, are dating any man that is of a criminal or that are violent. So watch what you say up here. You got a really smart mouth, and if you're going to have the conversation, try to be respectful. And all this trying to get me to hurry up, I'm gonna take my motherfucking time.
Oh my God! Can we get
Right?
Hey, there was rules. She has the hey, friends. We don't need it. When she lands, Pearl will have all the chance to reply. Everybody going to be quiet. Go ahead. You done, Jess?
Yeah,
No.
I'm done. I don't understand why that was accepted. Like that was
Wait.
so
1 second. 1 second.
disrespectful to
1
say.
second. 1 second. We shouldn't accept what she said.
To say that you should know as a black woman because you all date criminals when you
So
already
Jess, 1 second. So my this is my opinion, Jess, and correct me if I'm wrong. She punched you in the face. You have the right to punch her back.
imagine the ratio of vowels to consonants in this queen's name. Oh my God.
Right? Is that fair? If you felt that she punched you in the face, I have an opinion about this that I'm going to say later, right? But we are letting you defend yourself. We're not. You're going to have
I
two chances
agree,
to land your plane.
Parrish.
And Pearl is going to have the chance to actually rebuttal what you said. Do you think that's fair? Do you like? What do you want to do? Can we go on? Just I want to make sure so everybody knows where we at.
we can move.
I agree with you, Paris. I think every time I see her on these fatty streams or I think she's predominant. No, she's usually on like Fatty and Anton Daniels, and every time I see her, her points are they're just combative. You know, she doesn't come from a place of just being honest. It's always like as soon as you go against a woman, especially a black woman, she's just gonna rebut it. She's gonna be a contrarian. It doesn't even matter how you line up. As long as you line up against her, she's gonna be against you. Wow.
Move on. I see what she on
Okay,
now.
go ahead.
Now, mind you, this could be a weekly thing. How funny would it be to watch me do these type of debates once a week? Imagine this could be such a great show. You guys see the vision here? I give these YouTubers so much opportunity.
Pearl, and then we go back to the panel.
Okay, so you can tone police the simps and women that respond to shame, but you're not going to tone police me. So, anyways, going back to the stats, the reason that I said that was two reasons. The first is that I interviewed 1,000 people. A good chunk of them were Black women. And I just noticed that they had a propensity more likely than other races to date criminals. It's not really an insult. As I could go into details about the types of men white women tend to date that are irresponsible. I've just noticed different trends in different communities. And it's kind of backed up by data because 60% of Black men have been arrested by the age of 25. So like if your dating pool is Black guys, 6 out.
And see, like, you know, that statistic is cool, but that doesn't make everybody a criminal just because you've been arrested for something. She didn't say for what. Like on certain points when she was speaking on some of her statistics, I didn't agree with that. They could have been picked up for traffic tickets they didn't even pay for. Like they were behind on the payments. So they had a warrant for their arrest and they was arrested. Like it could be anything. But I mean, but just to be honest though, still a lot of Black women they like guys who are like street guys. They really like that. So that's the point that she should have stuck with instead of trying to say, well, 60% of Black men have been arrested by the age of 12. And I don't even know if I even believe that statistic, to be honest with you, because by age of 12, you've been arrested. I know Black men get arrested a lot, but by the age of 12, that's something that I cannot agree with. Like I'm not in that. Fate says, is that a man in a wig? Who you talking about? Pearly Things or you talking about Jazz? I bet you talking about Jazz. Oh my God. Oh my God. Everything must speak on everything. The problem is the secretive part. Just call shit out point blank. God doesn't discriminate by color. You mess up, you learn from karma. Color don't matter. I agree, Fate. I agree. The truth, that's why I've been saying the truth is just the truth. No matter who it comes from, it's just the truth. It just is what it is. She said 25. I thought she said 12. You said 25. I thought she said
Out of
12. Let me
10
go
at the
back.
age of 20, backed up by data because 60% of Black men have been arrested by the age of 25.
Oh, okay.
So,
She did
like
say
if your
25. My
dating pool
bad.
is
My
Black
bad.
guys, 6 out of 10 are going to have been arrested. Why would I not think that it's more
But then
why would I
again,
not
still to my point, like even then, like if you looked up statistics and you said how many Black men were arrested by the age of 25 and it said 60%, you would have to then go into the breakdown and say, well, what were they arrested for? Because you can't tell me that 60% of Black men have been out here committing these crimes that can cause them lots of jail time. Like, I don't buy that. I don't buy that. I don't buy that. That would mean like half of the school that I went to would have all be criminals by the time we graduated. You know what I'm saying? We had a few kids, and now all of us done been to jail for like a year at least. Like I don't know about that. That just seems like a bullshit. Goldie say, "Holy shit, Pearl and Jazz." Oh, you skipped my point. What point? Like we talking about this video. That's probably why I just looked over that shit. Let me see what you talking about. Cause he has these points. We talking about something else, but he has Worldview has to prove a point, y'all. It says Dred Scott versus Sanford, United States Supreme Court decision says blacks are not citizens. Look that case up on the live. Thumbs up the chat. No, I'm not gonna look it up. I'm just gonna take your word for it. I don't think you're lying about that. That doesn't mean that I can't call myself a black American, though. Like, I'm not gonna say you lying about that, because I definitely believe it. But I'm not going to, that's not gonna make me say, "Oh, I'm not black." So what do you actually want me to call myself? Worldview? Do you want me? I'm just a human. Is that what we're gonna do? We're all human beings. We don't see color. Everyone, we're just people. We all bleed the same. And we all live and then we die and we turn into dust. Is that what you want me to say? Is that what you want me to say? Faye says racism is the problem and will always be, for real, for real. It's an abomination crafted from pure evil through hate. It must be broken completely to live like God truly wishes for, is in unison, just my opinion. No, that's a fact. I think he does want us all to live in unison, but in reality, everybody sees color. Everybody is tribal, especially when it comes to color. You're white, you kind of want to be around white people. You're black, you probably want to be around black people. You Latino, you probably want to be around Latino people. Until you break out of that, and then once you get to these levels of like wealth, if you become some exorbitant wealthy person, you're gonna want to be around people who just are wealthy. You don't care what color they are. You're not gonna care. Like that's not gonna mean anything to you. That's why when I was talking about the Epstein files, how I was saying it doesn't matter whether you want somebody from the left to get in trouble, or you want somebody from the right to get in trouble, or you want celebrities to get in trouble. That's one big group that y'all ain't in, that we ain't in, and they're gonna stick together. Now, they may give up some of these celebrities and put them out there on Front Street, but for the rest of them, you're not finna get the certain types of names that you want. Like, you can hang that up. That's what I was saying. Whoever this is with the Asian lettering, you saying being arrested doesn't mean you would get jail time. That too, and that's why I'm saying. But she's labeling everybody who got arrested as criminals. Like that doesn't make you a criminal. She probably was arrested for like public intoxication or something. Says just saw the topic. You can speak on anything, but sometimes words have consequences. They always have consequences. Ain't no doubt about that. They always have consequences. And yes, you should be able to speak on anything, especially being an American in America. It's a natural thing, though. We are different, learn from each other. Yes, I agree with you. Fate. Not me, to be honest. I associate with all types of races. I don't judge and I'm not racist. Just people should treat each other kindly and respectfully, but at the same time, you have to earn respect. Yeah, you got to earn respect. You can't just walk around here and thinking because of your whoever you are that you automatically are entitled to that.
Wouldn't that be a logical conclusion that she knows a black guy that's been arrested?
No.
Yeah, they said your blood pressure would go to unhealthy levels. I don't know, once every other week. It seems low. Yeah, I know they're not even arresting the black guys now. It's not to be rude, but I think it's more common in that community than it is other communities. In terms of mass shooters, I think you said white people are the majority of mass shooters. I would say that's true. And I wouldn't crash out on you for saying that. So again, if you want to get offended, that is a choice and that is your choice and you have the right to do that. So
I want to touch on this and then I want CJ and Rick the ruler to pull up and the rest of the panel. Okay, Tyranny, I see you too. So coming from a world citizen, right? Because I live in Portugal. Right now it's 2 a.m. And Pearl was in the UK for a while too. This is not a black woman thing. If you go to Japan, all those women love the Yakuza until they get older. If you go to Brazil, all those...
Hey, who really cares what this guy has to say?
See, you see, but see that's a good point though. And I don't even agree with Fatty most of the time because I think him and Ali, I think they simps, bro. I think that anytime these black women get on the panel and they have a problem, they always put the cape on for them. You know, they always covering for them. You know, I don't really agree with a lot of the things that they say. But he was honest. Fatty was honest. If you in Japan, the Yakuza, women like gangsters. I mean, look at any movie that has any type of criminal in it, whether he's a Yakuza, he's a South American gang member, they have lots of women. So that's, you know, that's like a woman thing in general. But black women do have a propensity to really, really like these guys, even when they have opportunities to be with men who are well off, well to do, or just men who don't, let's say they're not well to do, but they just have good jobs. They're nice men. They want to take care of them. They want to do things for them. They don't really like those type of guys. But you'll see them come on these channels and these panels, and they'll say, "Oh, I want a guy that's gonna treat me right. He's gonna love on me. He's gonna respect me. You know, he's gonna look at me with that twinkle in his eye." But you see the guys that they pick consistently, and it's always a no good guy, maybe a street guy. You know, he's been in and out of jail, just like Pearl is saying. So it's a big contradiction from what they want to what they pick. Goldie says Jazz got them evil B glasses like some shit you see on Mean Librarian from the 50s. Yeah. You know, she kind of nutty anyway. She's a nut.
Black woman in any.
Oh my God. He's just not entertaining. I need better from you. Okay.
If y'all like,
That's
the
a good
conversation
point,
became
JD.
racial,
That's
it
a
was
that's a good
Pearl
point.
that actually did it.
That's a good
okay?
point.
No reason.
And we are trying to figure out. 1 second. We are trying to figure out if this is based.
Became racial. So what? And again, mind you, this is me with the prerequisite of thinking the topic is going to be black fatigue. I came in prepared.
On stats or not. The fucking cousins and fucking dogs, you can statistically prove that shit. Okay?
All right,
So
so
what we're going to do is, CJ, what is the percentage of black men that are convicted of a crime?
I didn't look
arrested,
up the convicted.
convicted of a crime before.
Now they try to like push it like the white people are just out arresting black people for no reason. White people were done with this, you know.
At 18.
I didn't look up the convicted stat. I
just looked
most
it up.
black men are arrested by age 25. Not most, but 49% of them are. So
Okay,
age
so
60
but that's irrelevant because arrest records, like we need the convictions because you're not become a criminal because you were arrested. You become a criminal when you get
33%
convicted.
of black people have felonies.
What's the percentage?
33%.
Approximately 33% of African American adult males have a felony record, which includes those who have been convicted of crimes. I'd have to dive in deeper to find like what age group, but her stats were correct about arrest. And that might be something that people use, like, again, inflammatory statements, obviously, for content purposes. But yeah, it is 33% of adult males. So
That's not really what I wanted to address. I really wanted to say something else. So women want to control the uncontrollable, but they're going to shit test you to see, are you really uncontrollable? So
This poor guy had been waiting all night. This poor guy.
if they get that control over you, they'll say, this ain't the nigga I thought he was. He is controllable, right? So that's kind of why they like chaos.
You should have said that's why they like criminals, because even the law can't control them.
So once they get there, they're kind of miserable in the fact that they like the uncontrollable. So they don't like being on either side of the fence. They don't like the fact that they like the uncontrollable, but then they try to wrestle the controller from you to see if you're uncontrollable. It's a weird dynamic.
Oh, I know, Goldie.
Pearl is not wrong. Most black women are more attracted to. They have a higher propensity to be attracted to those men. I don't know why y'all gotta.
It says Spirit Airlines enters the chat. Yeah, I do. I fly Frontier, and I know what you're talking about. Here we go.
Offended and respect black power. That's where this racist shit come from. Like I told y'all before, It's the black women that want us
Can you
get us into
coon
this
later?
race.
Can you coon later?
Can I finish? Can I finish?
Can you coon
It's the
later?
black women that want
Now
us
he a
Remind
coon.
you.
Now
Like,
he a
think
coon.
about this. She just called. I don't even want to say it because I just feel like that's so disrespectful. These guys end up crashing out on me, and all I did was bring up a stat, and she called the black guy the like, what the double standards. This is bullshit.
get us into this race
Hold on,
shit.
This is how the monsters are created. Okay.
let them.
And that's what I was saying. This is how you get to the point of the message or the messenger. So who it comes from, like I said, if it's a white person that said it, or one of these quote unquote coons that point this stuff out that they say, which really ain't coons, it's just somebody who's telling the truth. They don't like it. So if Jazz was to point out, yes, we do have a propensity to kind of date these, they would probably get mad at her, like, girl, no, we don't, but they wouldn't be calling her a bunch of names.
No, it's fine. It's fine. We control. Hey, Tyranny, don't mute yourself if I mute you. Go ahead, CJ.
So yeah, I think they want to get us into a war that we can't win, so they can go and be with the white man, and that's a different topic. But sorry.
The black women want to be in a war against. I'm going to ask them about that later, so they can. Okay. White guys are not going to take.
Well, they do put white men on a pedestal. So if a white man chooses them, they feel like they've won. They feel like they've accomplished something. They're like, see, yeah, white people, they like me. I got to pull up a post. I'll show y'all something.
Black women, and that's going to be. I'll get into that later, but white guys are the least. Black women are too fat. I mean, I'm just being honest. Like, white guys are not going to do that. Maybe for like a one time if nobody knows. But I'm telling you, I used to be big. Like, I was like 40 pounds heavier. And white guys weren't really checking for me like that. And black women were fat, probably at a higher body fat percentage, most of them, than I did. So it's like.
Tyranny, do you have a chance to reply? And then I'll get the best of the people that haven't talked. Especially Big Rick, right? What did CJ said that was wrong? It's a battle of ideas. 1 second, Tyranny. Remember, this is the battle of ideas. You have uninterrupted time to prove CJ that what he said is wrong. No name calling for now. Later we can do it. Let's prove CJ wrong. Why is he wrong that most black women are attracted to this type of man?
Pearl, no, we're not.
That's not even what he said. He said they have a propensity, like they're more likely to be. Most probably are. Let's just keep it a buck. I mean, when I was in London, every other girl's ex was a rapper that was black. Or they would call them roadmen. I'm like, what the fuck? Because they'll say it's just an American black woman problem. I'm like, that is not true. I lived in London. It was the same there.
Attracted to them. Their men want us. That's why they really hate us. Because they can't.
There was not a.
Wait.
No, they don't.
Hold on.
No, they don't. Why, man, other races of men really just want to smash. Y'all think black men just want to smash and dash? Other races of men just want to smash and dash just so they can say that they knocked one of y'all down.
Let me replay that.
Sorry.
Tyranny, do you have a chance to reply? And then I'll get the best of the people that haven't talked, especially Big Rick, right? What did CJ said that was wrong? It's a battle of ideas. 1 second, Tyranny. Remember, this is the battle of ideas. You have uninterrupted time to prove CJ that what he said is wrong. No name calling for now. Later we can do it. Let's prove CJ wrong. Why is he wrong that most black women are attracted to this type of man?
Pearl, no, we're not attracted to them. Their men want us. That's why they really hate us. Because they can't.
That was not the question.
Okay, so our men want black women. And look at black women, if you're watching the show, I'm just going to be real honest with you. No other white people are going to tell you this. 54% of black women are obese. That's really bad. Black women are 7% of the population, 39% of the abortions. That's pretty bad. When it comes to herpes, about half of Black women literally have herpes.
Whoa. Well, before she gets to that, I want to speak on the weight thing. The weight thing is true. A lot of these women, Black women, have bought into this, I'm thick. You're like, you're not thick. You're fat. Like, you're not thick. You are fat. I know the difference between thick and fat. Thick and fat used to really mean something. Okay, I'll put it to you like this. You remember like early in the early 2000s, I think, when they started really using the word thick? Go back and watch some of the rap videos. Those women, they just had natural bodies, no BBLs, no nothing. You know, they had a nice shape, and they really wasn't even thick to what thick would be considered now. They just had nice frames, but everybody said they was thick. But now you got these women who are, man, they've never set foot in the gym. They've never set foot on a treadmill. They've never went outside and walked. They've never engaged in any type of strenuous activity, and they'll sit up here and say, I'm thick. Oh, I'm just born like this. Like, really? I'm sorry. Most of the Black women are fat. They're fat. This is what I'm talking about. So if I say it, I guarantee you it's going to be some Black people that's going to be like, man, what? You're a coon for saying that. Black women ain't fat, but a lot of them be thick, man. They just be hating on them. See, what you got to realize is that most Black people, they got big bones and they shaped and more bigger. And like, man, if you don't get the fuck out of here with this bullshit, if you don't move along with this bullshit, see what I'm talking about? Look, Your Highness, all kinfolk ain't skinfolk. And now I'm a clown. Because you know why? You know why Your Highness saying that? Because she's fat. Let's be honest. Let's tell Your Highness to put up a picture. And she gonna be fat. That's how it always be. Because she's probably one of these fat chicks I heard talking about she thick. And now that I done said that, now she's offended. No, you fat. I know Your Highness is fat. Ain't nothing highness about her. She's not the equivalent of royalty. None of that. I know you said it because you fat, Highness. You one of these fat bras that's walking around here. You remember that cartoon music? That's you. You a man? Well, you sounding like a bitch. You on her sounding like a bitch. You also sound like you got that cape on. You a grown ass man who is nowhere near that. Nigga, you don't even know me. You don't even know me. You don't know nothing. Don't let this internet fool you either. Y'all come on here and y'all say some of the most outlandish shit. See, if I was one of them niggas that get on her and start pulling up in the garage and outside on the patio and in the front yard and walking down the street doing lives, y'all be mad. You'll really be mad then. You'll really be mad then. JD say, that's true. Black women are fat. Reason why they say they try to say they're thick because they have complexes, inner complexes. They fat, bro. A lot of them be fat. Like some of them be thick. I know what thick is. I know exactly what thick is. Some women are actually thick. Some women have nice shapes. They're bigger than a white woman would be, but they're not fat though. It's like there's no fat on them. They just got thick legs, you know, a nice butt. That's thick. Some of these women got big legs, big thighs, and a butt, and the butt is like it's so wobbly. It's like that's just like cellulite. You're not thick. You're right. It's the simps that be telling them they fine. You're not none of that. Now, here we go. Pull up. Here we go. Yes, I support Trump, Dreadzo. You want to leave? You want to leave? Go ahead and hit the button. Go ahead and leave. Oh, this must be one of them Trump supporting coons. Man, y'all kill me. I'm not, you're not finna shame me into being on your level and thinking the way that you think. Y'all don't know nothing. He gonna leave me standing where I'm at. Man, you probably can't even get out the house. If you don't shut up, you probably just sitting there laying across your bed and it's just a big spot there. You done smashed the bed in, the planks under there don't even hold it up. You done broke the planks. And the only way you're gonna get out the house is if somebody have to come over there and tear the side of your house off with a track hoe. They're gonna have to pull in, they're gonna have to get the bucket and start tearing off the side of your house just so you can come outside. Man, if you don't get off my live talking like that, you can't troll me, Dreadzo. Cause you probably one of them niggas with your feet kicked up right now on the fucking wall. Got your legs in the air. With your boy shorts on. You can't troll me. You can't troll me. If you think you're gonna troll somebody, you at the wrong page, brother. You in the wrong spot. You in the wrong spot. You ain't gotta be a Trump supporter, JD. See, I don't discriminate like y'all. I ain't gonna be like, oh my God, there's something totally wrong with you because you don't support Trump. You don't have to support Trump. He said, you're not slender, my boy. I know I'm not slender. I go to the gym, Dreadzo. I'm not a little dude. I'm not a little dude like you, bro. I'm solid, dude. Let's get this understood. I'll pop your head off, bro. I'm not some little frail guy like you. I go to the gym every day. I hit the weights, brother. I'm a nice, solid 240 young strapping man. I'm not fat, bro. I'm not fat like y'all. I'm gonna keep reiterating that shit every time y'all come on here and try to say that. Because if I was to see you in person, I'll smack your head off. Yeah, you can sit here and say that. You know better. You know you full of it. You know what you seeing. You know I'm not a little dude. Anybody who looking at this know I'm not some little bitty guy and I'm not fat. I'm not fat, bro. I'm not fat at all. I go to the gym, dude. There's nothing fat about me. Gym hitting back. Oh, those are great comebacks. You really saying ain't saying shit. We moving on because he's a clown.
And that doesn't include gonorrhea, HIV. Like that doesn't include. But I know white guys that think about this stuff. They don't bang black women because they don't want to catch anything. Like they might see a black girl that's a baddie, but they don't know. Like obviously, if they're banging the criminals aren't responsible people. Like, do you think he's gonna wrap it up when he doesn't care about the law? Like, yeah, like I'm just being 75% of black women are baby mamas. Now, white women do lose our men to other races. We do. And I could really talk about the fallbacks of white women. I really could. I could go into a lot of detail. But it's not to black. I mean, there's the occasional like Christian black girl that'll swoop in, you know, where she's like the Candace Owens of the world, you know, you see that happen, but that's just not like I'm in the field. Okay. I go out every day. I'm in city. Like I see this stuff. We lose our men. Asian women usually take the white men that the white women don't really want. So they'll take like the nerdier guy. Cause it's kind of like when a white girl dates a
No, I don't believe that. Oh no. I seen some Asian women get the rich white dude, not the nerdy guy. They get the rich white dude that all y'all want now. Y'all ain't gonna, she can't run that game on me now. Now I've seen these Asian women. They starting to come up on some of these white boys. You can stop that.
Black guy, it's going to be more of like a Malcolm than a criminal because like that's very exciting. It's like, oh my God, you know, she's when the Asian girls go to white men, even if he's a nerd, that's going to be like, oh, this is so exciting. Like when you go to interracial, I don't think people need as thug of people because it's already like exciting and like bad, you know, because the families, whatever. Okay. The other thing is we lose our guys to Latina women because they're a little bit more feminine. Like when I was growing up, I didn't know how to cook and clean. I do now, but when I was a kid, like when I was younger, hell no, because I was playing volleyball for 8 hours a day. Do you know what I mean? Like between like we're out like doing stuff, so we're not really like doing the domestic stuff. So the white women will lose their men to the Latinas, but black women, yeah, Vietnamese girls.
You know the crazy part about it though, a lot of other races, or I be seeing more and more men with Latino women. Like I be seeing a lot of black dudes. I see a lot of black dudes with a lot of Latino chicks. I see a lot of black dudes with white chicks. I'm seeing this. But that's the whole point too of a little bit of what she's saying is that you are seeing specifically black men going to other races for reasons that we know, like they just kind of getting tired of. You know what I'm saying? Like they're all of the standards that they uphold black men to aren't the same standards that they uphold any other race of men to. They let other races of men kind of get away with some shit. But when it comes to black men, they try to make it seem as if we have to be all of these things that they really want when it's just not true. And like I said, that's one of the reasons why I just don't even listen to a lot of what black women say because they, to me, in my opinion, they don't know what they want. You know what I'm saying? They don't know what they want.
Yeah, yeah. Look, I am not saying we're like, you know, all sunshine and rainbow. I think we're the worst in divorce court. Like black women, they put their aggression up front. They're like, we'll fight you. White women are like, we're really nice. And then in divorce, we're like, hey, you know, it's like, that's what we do. Especially the Christian women, obviously, like, because the Christian women that are white, they have to call the men abusive because they can't lose their reputation, right? They're like, oh, I'm a godly woman. They're like, well, then you can't get a divorce. And then they're like, well, he was abusive. And then the white men just eat that up. Black men know that these women are lying about abuse. White men, they haven't really caught up yet. They still believe women. But black men, a lot of times they were beat by their moms or something. So they're like, I don't just believe these women. But white men, their wives were like at work and like, you know, the kids are in daycare. So they don't even really know their wives that well. So anyways, I'm going to keep going.
That's it.
There was
But I'm
another
proving
question.
him wrong.
There was another question. No,
Caucasian men
Tyranny, you
love
have to be
black
one
women.
sec. I talk again. Tyranny, one
That's
second.
making my
Tyranny,
point.
one
back.
second, Tyranny.
Half of black women have herpes. Like,
Hey, one second. One second.
and this is what set them off. Now, the reason I said that is because she said that, and this is maybe I misunderstood it, but she said that black women are taking the white men. And I'm like, that's just not true. And it's because of the stats. It's because of the high abortion rate, even bigger the obesity. I think men, if a girl's hot enough, they'll risk herpes, but they're not gonna do a fat chick. They are not gonna do a fat chick. They are just not gonna. They might risk gonorrhea, but they are not gonna do a fat woman. They just are.
I don't know about that. Bro, I know I got friends who straight up tell me that they like BBWs. They tell me that. Like they straight up tell me, look, I like BBWs. I'm like, really? Like, yeah. I'm like, okay. But I mean, we see it. We see we see it. I'm trying to ask Chat GPT something. Because she said black women, half of black women have gonorrhea. But what I'm just pulled up, this is from 2023 to 2024. It says black men have higher rate than black women when it comes to gonorrhea. It says in 2023, black men had a higher reported rate than black women, 712.6 per 100,000 for men versus 413.9 per 100,000 for women. In 2023, among black people, women had a higher rate of reported chlamydia than men. Now it says chlamydia. I don't know, like 20, I don't know. They probably won't have none for 2025. It says, hold on, let me try. It says 2023, 2024, my bad. Let me try 2024. Nope, it's still the same. Gonorrhea, black men have a higher rate than black women. So she probably just threw that out there to really piss them off. She said half of black women have. Let me ask ChatGPT that. It says no, that's not correct. There's no evidence that half of black women have gonorrhea. According to a family planning clinic study, about 4% of black women tested had gonorrhea. A national prevalence study of young adults found gonorrhea prevalence among black men and black women was 2.13% for reported case rates, which isn't the same as how many people ever have it. CDC data in 2023 shows black women had a rate of 413.9 per 100,000 for gonorrhea. The bottom line, while black women have disproportionately higher rates of gonorrhea compared to some other groups, only a small percentage actually have it at a given time. If you heard 50% somewhere, it was likely a misunderstanding or misuse of statistics. I agree with that. I believe him. JD says, how can you say that when genuine attraction happens, as they say, when fireworks go off in their hearts, when somebody is attracted, there's attraction, and along comes to love? What do you mean? What are you talking about? What was I talking about? Because I may be behind on the comments. Say, I feel sorry for my son. I told him the only place he gonna find a good woman is at church. Oh hell no! I think that's the worst place. That's that's one of the worst places you could find a good woman is at church. They the worst. Don't set him up like that.
Not going to do it. So like and when 80% of black women, I think it's 80% are overweight, like, do you know what's crazy? Like Candace Owens, because if a white guy's into black women, not many are, but there is the occasional. All she did was have like no tattoos, no incurable STDs, I think, and not be fat. And she got married into $150 million. Like, do you guys know you would have black women have such an opportunity with, like, there aren't many white men that are into that, but for the ones that are, it's kind of like, and the black men have understood this. They're like, I can get these blonde snow bunnies if I'm just good at football. I'm going to go be really good at football.
That sounds like some bullshit. Because a lot of white women just like black men. It ain't because of the damn football. I go to the gym and I see them all the time. Some of that shit I don't agree with what she's saying. I don't. But my overall point of the video was to show y'all that if a white person or anybody else points out something about black people, they don't want to be receptive to it. They only get mad because it's a white person. Or like that girl Tyranny was calling the other dude a coon. But if somebody else who looked like them said it, then they wouldn't have an issue with it. They'd be mad about it, but they wouldn't have an issue with it. And I think that's a lot of our problem. We don't want to be real and be honest about the problems that's going on in our neighborhood. We don't want to be honest about the problems that's happening in our communities. And we damn sure don't want nobody to talk about it. It's kind of like the whole thing when back then, if somebody got pregnant, they would send them away, then they would come back and say, "Oh, that's their auntie or that's their uncle or something like that." Like, come on now. We just sweeping stuff under the rug. We're not being honest about what's really going on. We playing games. We're not telling the truth. JD says, to be honest, church people are very judgmental and they act like they're perfect just because they have God in their life when they can have sense and judgment. People in church are very judgmental. Like I say, to me, they're the worst. They're the most hypocritical people I've ever been around in my life. Like they could be finger wagging at you about something and they could be doing the same thing soon as they walk out them doors. He 19. If a young woman going to church near his age bracket is better than what's in the streets, you could say that it might be, but I've seen women go to church every Sunday, man, and be in the club every Saturday and be talking to multiple guys. They got multiple baby daddies. They got tons of kids. They smoking weed. Like I've seen that. I have seen it. I have seen it. So that whole church thing, I get what you're saying, but that is one of those things. Like I don't know. You got to be careful with that. You got to be careful with that. You really do. You can't make those types of assumptions. Because you got to think, some of the women who go to church and stuff like they trying to play a role that they really don't want to be a part of, but they want people to look at them in a certain light, so they have to hide a lot of things, and they don't mind hiding those things. You know, it's just one of those things, man. I was gonna talk about another topic, but I ended up changing the show. I ended up changing the show. I said, nah, I ain't gonna do that. I'll probably do it next time. Let me see. Let me see something here, y'all. Read the comments. I can't find. I was trying to look for a certain video. I can't find it. Damn, I got a little mark on my arm from resting my arm down here. JD says I've been to church with Christian church, and even I was criticized and judged for the mistake. I'm a bad person when they got skeletons in their closet. Yep. Goldie, he talking about the heathens. He grew up under me with Kevin and Red Pill. He's aware of the games being played. I told him to go sow his royal oats first. I hear you. But even that, I'm one of the people like I don't even believe in stuff like that either, man. If you don't have to go sow your royal oats, just like women don't have to go out and go through a whole phase. Like if you just meet that one person, then just let it be. Like don't. I think so many people in our culture get caught up in this whole thing that, oh, I haven't got to experience this and I haven't got to experience that. So maybe I missed out on something. So I'm just gonna ruin my marriage or ruin my relationship just so I can go do that. When it's like so many people have done the whole phase and sold their royal oats. And look what they come back. The men come back with a bunch of kids. The women come back with a bunch of kids and a bunch of bodies and heartbreak. And now they hate men or men hate women and we just hate each other. It's like you don't have to do that type of stuff. You just don't have to do that. That's something that this society has put in our brains to make us think, oh yeah, you have to go through that just so you can be well rounded and leveled off by the time that you finally settle down with somebody. But well, look what you bringing into those relationships and marriages. You bringing in all types of baggage. Yasia Thames says Christians always judging others, but never their own behaviors. Yep, they always judging people. A bunch of finger waggers. To be honest, that's why I turned away from them, trying to have me accept Price. I guess you meant Christ when they force it to me as if I was a bad person. If I didn't, I can personally accept God. I want to when it happens. Yep. Yes, sir. Yes, that's like I said, you don't have to go through that whole phase and that sowing royal oats and all. You don't have to do that type of stuff, man. You don't got to do that. Like if I back then, because that's what I was thinking. If I met the right girl, I was gonna be cool, and that's what I thought I did, but I didn't. But like if I did, I'd have been cool with that. Like I'm one of those guys where if I meet the right person, then it is what it is. I'm not gonna feel like, oh man, I haven't been out to smash enough women yet. Like I gotta go do that first. So this relationship ain't gonna work, honey. I'm gonna have to break this off, and you don't have to do that. Like if you want to experience something, just experience it with the person that you with. That's all you have to do. If you feel like you need multiple women and she ain't with that, then that ain't for you. And it probably really shouldn't be for you anyway. Even though I realize that in at more ancient times, most men had multiple women, which was the norm. But generally now, most people they like just monogamous type relationships. Goldie say rare and dying breed of genuine good people. Got to start your villain arc before you become the victim of some. I hear you. I hear you. I've already been on my villain arc. Like I'm a villain now. Some of the shit I be on here doing. But I know and I realize that you don't have to be like that. Like you just don't. Like I really believe that. It's what you call a toxic relationship when both people in a relationship don't get along over what? Over Eisenhower control? I don't know what Eisenhower control is. No, when I'm talking about toxic relationships, I'm talking about the people who like quote unquote excitement. To me, that's excitement. They call it toxic, but I think it's excitement for especially a lot of these women. They like to fight and fuck, and argue and battle, and then we go to the bedroom. They like that. Like that's a turn on to them. I knew a dude who, man, we used to go over his house all the time and get high and play the game. And his girl would always be like, "Who is these niggas over?" They would fight, argue, and then, man, I come over there the next day, they kissing. He got the control in one hand. She walking up to him. They smooch. It's like, what is going on? And it just went on and on and on and on and on. It just goes on and I said they like this toxic stuff. This is what they get off on. This is what they get off on. Christ is my savior, but I will not commit myself to any congregation. My congregation starts in my home and my family without providing financial benefits to people that's hard. I agree with you. If you can find it on your own, then salute to you. That's kind of where I'm at with this too, because I'm not like my grandpa was a preacher, my dad's a deacon, you know, everybody's at church and all of that. I'm just not into that no more, man. I'm just not. You know, if I discover things on my own, that's fine. But for somebody to try to tell me something and I know, like, you ain't shit. Like, I don't know. I just feel some type of way about that. And I really always have ever since I was a kid. I was just forced to go to church. But I used to think in the back of my head, like, these people they ain't shit, bro. Like, they can't tell me nothing. I know what I'm feeling. Like, I don't need you to tell me what's right and what's wrong. Like, it's just subconsciously I can tell what I need to do. I know not to go out and treat people a certain kind of way. I know it was just a natural thing to me. Like, but I understand how some people need that guidance in their life. You know, some people need that and they enjoy that, and there ain't nothing wrong with that. It says whether you're saved or not, you're still in sin, regardless. Everybody has a personal conversation with God, and that is true. Yep, that's true. Yep, that's true. But man, look, I'm gonna go ahead and get off of here because I don't want to get off topic on this video. I don't want to get too into some other stuff. I just be back Monday evening. Um, I'm gonna do another one. It's gonna be probably the AI stuff that I was gonna do. I'll put it up so if y'all go on my page, it'll be like a upcoming thing, and I'll just have it set on there for Monday evening whenever I make it back in town, and we'll do that. So with that being said, man, I appreciate y'all coming through. Appreciate y'all watching the video, liking the video, subscribing to the channel. If you're new to the channel, turn on the notification bell. And as always, I'm gonna catch y'all on the next video. Peace.